Welcome to the Prep Pursuit. I'm Deborah Walton, a modern etiquette, image, and style expert. I own a consulting firm, The Poised Pursuit, where I serve busy professionals around the world, helping to elevate their companies, careers, and lifestyles. To learn more about my services, please visit thepoisedpursuit.com. Today I'm sharing with you 5 small topics to avoid when you're engaging in conversation. First, let's define what small talk is. If you happen to be in a conversation with someone that is not really a close friend or close colleague, it could be a coworker, it could be a stranger you just happen to meet. It's someone that you don't really have a very strong relationship or strong tie with. So when you're making small talk, you're just having lighthearted conversation with someone to fill the time. You could be standing in line, getting groceries. You could be sitting on the subway. You could be in a variety of different environments, but small talk is just lighthearted conversation between an acquaintance or someone you've recently met. So there's 5 topics that I highly recommend you avoid. Why? Because they're just not appropriate to discuss with someone that you don't personally know very well. And it's really almost none of your business to hear their opinion or their view on the matter. And it's also really none of the other person's business to know what your situation is related to these 5 topics. So let me share with you the 5 topics that you always want to avoid when you're engaging in small talk conversation. The first is gossip. If you don't know someone very well, you really don't want to have this be a first impression that you're always talking about people negatively behind their back. And let me just state here as well that you really shouldn't gossip at all. Stick to the facts. Talk about people, talk about situations based on what has really happened. So if someone won a gold medal at the Olympics, that's not gossip. That actually occurred. So that's certainly based on the facts. That's something relevant that you can talk about. But to talk about your opinion of how they did or how they looked or what you overheard is considered gossip. So that's something you definitely want to avoid when making small talk, but truly in all conversation. The second topic to avoid in small talk is death. It's very morbid to discuss a tragic matter that has occurred. Life happens. It's not to say that you won't have to deal with a death or a situation where, death is involved. But what I'm really referring to here is that you don't discuss those matters with an acquaintance or someone that you've recently met. It's just inappropriate. Of course, you can talk about death with family, with close friends, with colleagues. You can talk about it where it's relevant with those people because they truly love and support you. But you just don't want to talk about death unless it's something that, recently occurred. For example, a major political figure or something that just hit the news and it just happened today or yesterday. That's relevant. But to talk about your personal life or the life of a friend or someone that you know, and to mention death is just really inappropriate. And it's probably going to make someone uncomfortable. I mean, if it's someone you just met and you're talking about how your best friend's cat died or your ex-boyfriend got in a car crash, I mean, this is someone you just literally met in 5 or 10 minutes. They really don't need to hear that. So death is definitely a topic I encourage you to share with those that are appropriate, your family, friends, and loved ones. Okay, third topic that you want to avoid in small talk is your political affiliation. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone has a view on politics and almost every other topic under the sun, but you don't need to discuss that with an acquaintance or someone you've recently met. So this is just a touchy subject. It's a very sensitive area. Everyone has an opinion. We all have a different perspective, a different view, but you just don't need to share it. Again, you can talk about all of these things with your friends, family, and loved ones, but avoid it for small talk. The fourth small talk topic to avoid is your personal finances. If you've recently declared bankruptcy or even if you've won the lottery, you don't need to discuss that with an acquaintance or someone you just met. These are things that are very personal matters. And we live in a time where, because of social media, everyone wants to share every single detail about their life, but sometimes it's just not appropriate. So just keep your personal finance matters to yourself, and I'm sure the person you're engaging in small talk with will certainly appreciate that as well. Number 5, the last small talk topic to avoid is age. Now, the reason why age is important to avoid is because, again, everyone has different perspectives and opinions on it. So what you may consider someone to be old or young, someone else may consider it differently. So you just don't need to talk about age. You certainly just don't even need to bring it up. It's not relevant. There are so many things you can talk about outside of age, especially in a conversation with someone you've recently met or an acquaintance. So now that we've talked about 5 small topics to avoid in conversation, let's talk about some things that you can discuss that are highly appropriate. First of all, current events, something that was maybe on the news yesterday, today, it's highly relevant. Pop culture, if a music artist is coming to your town to perform, you can talk about sports. But the number one most popular topic to discuss in small talk is weather. It's just so easy. If the sun is out and it's shining and it's the first sunny day you've had in a week because it's been raining, how easy is that? It starts a conversation and it gets it flowing. Now, small talk, again, is going to be a conversation with someone that is an acquaintance. It's someone you're not very closely related to, and you don't have that close bond or relationship, or it's with someone new that you've recently met. So you're going to keep the conversation light, you keep it friendly, you keep it positive, and you avoid the 5 topics that I mentioned in this video just to keep it smooth. And it's small talk. That's what it is. You're just filling up the time with chatter. Now, I hope that you found this video helpful, and if you're new to the channel, I hope you subscribe. I share new videos every week on topics to help you thrive in your personal and professional life. I would love for you to subscribe and get an update every time I've got something new to share. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you found it helpful, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next one. Bye for now.